Hello, welcome to another Dominion ladder game. Let's take a look at this kingdom. Uh, we've got Swap, Displace, Gold Mine is one of the new cards, Junk Dealer, Modify, Sacrifice, Mill, Candlestick Maker. With Sacrifice actually gets victory points for trashing the Overgrown Estate, right? You get the victory points. Do I just want to open like a Mill? What does C Trade do? +1. I don't want to do that. Just open like with a Mill and a silver probably. We just want to get up to junk dealer um, or modify, and mill should help us get there. If my opponent opens with a young witch, I would consider taking a candlestick maker as the bane. We'll see if they follow through on that threat. They took a sacrifice. Okay. I understand that certainly. Mill is nice because you can basically always hit 5 if you have 3 coppers. The question is a modify worth it? I think I want one junk dealer to start, and then I'll switch over to modify and gold mine modify for province stuff. And then artist undo. Sorry. Weird misclick. Okay. So C trade lets me. I don't have any actions in play. Okay. So I've got the junk dealer. I guess I'll just go ahead and take a modify now, or do I want to take the gold mine? Or do I want to take an artist? Mill, candlestick maker, junk dealer, modify, conspirator, artist. So maybe I'll take the modify now, and then switch. So here, probably I just trash the hovel for card action. And we'll take one candlestick maker for the artist stuff. And look to pick up an artist this turn. It's also so we can displace. Maybe displace is going to be better than modify for displace gold mine shenanigans. And yeah, with 6, I think taking an artist makes the most sense to me. This is quite excellent. We should be able to do quite a bit here with this artist, depending on what we draw with the modify. And I'm very near to trashing this junk dealer already. All right, we trash the copper for card action. Necropolis. Now artist draws a ton. That was really quite an excellent turn. I think I have enough stuff now that I take a conspirator for just another unique for artist, and then next turn, I consider taking even more. Conspirator, do I want to take an artist, second artist with the conspirator, with the mill? I think so. I think it's worth the opportunity cost, and I can always modify my junk dealer into something next turn. We'll discard 2 coppers because I think we're finding our way around. Yeah, we'll go ahead and kill a copper. The Necropolis seems like an okay card still. With 3, is there anything I want to buy other than another artist? And again, we're looking to modify the junk dealer into a gold mine next turn. So I think we just take an artist and take on a bunch of dead. Artist is a really interesting card. It rewards weird engine play somewhat. And I really do think Goldmine is the best payload card to get here. You gather for like Silver Conspirator, Goldmine kind of stuff. You can hit 7. I guess that'll be next turn because we're not going to get there this turn without some heroic work from something. Okay, we'll play the mill. We're not discarding. Oh, okay. Conspirator draws. We can modify junk dealer into gold mine, which we can gain, pay the debt, and end turn. Ooh, they had a dud, which is quite unfortunate for them, quite lucky for me. Not drawing any of their artists here. Okay. My artists didn't do a great job here, but I will continue to pay. Oops. I spent a coffer that I did not need to spend. Don't know, I'm just not clicking the right spots. I don't think we need anything now. I think we end the turn with that and try to do a gather this turn. And we're still looking to get a modify or a displace. And they are living in the debt. And they don't have a modify, which is tough. I think with a modify and displace, you can maybe just live in full debt with the gold mine and just plan on not buying anything else for the rest of the game. Which is maybe a thing that I will do this turn or next turn even. I should be able to get a gather here, get my displace, another conspirator, and a silver, and then I'm just going to modify coppers, displace silvers, and golds, and maybe I want one more artist in my deck. Presumably they're doing some gather. Okay. This all makes sense. I don't think we're discarding with mill, conspirator, gold mine. Do I want to modify the silver into a displace mid-turn? I assume I do. Okay, artist draws deck. So we can displace a gold into anything we want, even like another displace. Could be a swap. Swap lets us turn non-unique actions back into unique actions. So maybe I'll just turn gold into a swap for next turn. C-trade's not useful. And I do want to buy like a gather and an artist this turn, probably. I think I decided I did want to swap. Pay the debt. I think the plan is here, take gather for even 3 things that I want. I don't know that there's anything I want other than artist. Seems like artist is just by far the best card for me, and I just want to take an artist and nothing else, which is awkward, but save up my coffers for next turn, and feel like the deck is in good position. I just go double artist, end turn. And here I'll modify copper probably into what? Into card action to start. Yeah, there's only one village, so which is the necropolis. So you have to be somewhat careful with your terminals if I'm playing 2 displaces or 2 modifies for game and play. You really have to hope you find a bunch of actions near the top of the shuffle, obviously. And they have provinced first as second player, so that's worth noting. I've got a little bit of a lead. They've got a little bit of a point lead now. And maybe they have a payload lead. It just seems like they have a lot of treasures. It's less likely that they can find a bunch of cards at the top of their shuffle to trigger all their artists to draw enough. But maybe I'm underestimating the draw abilities. I know I've had at least one dud. They had at least one dud. Their dud potential seems quite a bit higher than mine, and maybe it doesn't matter that much. I guess we have to play swap, and we turn the displace into a mill. And next turn we modify. We take the mill, and we. I am gonna draw through here. I think, pretty sure. And we'll discard that from exile. Yeah. Okay. So what happened here? I've screwed something up pretty badly. Right, I lost my displace. Oof. Maybe I should have returned an artist. Uh. Okay, we'll pair that. Um. So I can gather for displace, mill, silver. Displace conspirator silver. Um. Take the mill and the displace, and feel pretty unhappy with how that turn worked. Hitting the artist there in the swap. Maybe I could have just played the artist first, and drawn the mill and played on, but I might have bricked my artists. Yeah, so they've also not fully drawn through their deck. I really have to hope I see an action here off the top with mill. Otherwise, I'm in a lot of trouble. As long as I see any action, I can then play the Conspirator for plus card, and then hopefully find one of my 5 artists in 21 cards. They're continuing to gather. I'm just not sure about it. Oh man, this is like kind of ridiculous. Okay, I have to take a province, knowing that next turn should be a very, very strong turn. But I have in 11 cards, and I have 5. I have 5 artists in the bottom 10 cards of my deck. How many artists did they play last turn? They played 3 of them, so they are not guaranteed to draw through here either. Presumably they have an artist somewhere. Yeah. Just a really unfortunate dud turn from me there. Actually, I guess swapping the Candlestick Maker is going to be the best course of action if I don't draw an artist. So if I do 2 modifies on gold and buy a province, that's 3 provinces. That gets me to 27 points. So I think I'm just lost here. I can swap something into a mill for an extra point. But, I mean, I may have enough money to buy. Oh, wow. They're just buying 4 provinces. Yeah, they're just buying 4 provinces. 50% VP is what? 32, 24, 30. Okay, I can go ahead and somewhat safely resign here. I feel like if I didn't dud that turn, I can get to 3 provinces, but maybe I just didn't, I don't know, didn't build my deck quite right. We'll play another one, though.